Good morning. Well, I am slightly early. That's because I've had technical issues with my phone, and now it's decided to go live before I was ready. But hey ho, I'm just going to finish off my coffee. So, good morning to everybody. Thank you if you're joining me live this morning. Let's see who we have. Looks like we've got Laura, Lenny. Nice to see everybody. Or have you joined me, I should say. Now I need to get my tablet to talk to me. It's obviously having a Monday morning thing going on this morning. Oh, there we are. Right. Well, it's a beautiful morning. Morning, Tracy. Happy Monday. Yes. Thank you, Linny. Happy Monday to you too. It was a lovely weekend. This looks like my camera is slightly wonky. There we go. I hope everybody had a nice weekend. The weather was certainly nice this morning. That's for sure. Morning, Jeanette. Morning, Carol. So as it is sunny, I have my blind down already, so you don't have to watch me persevere with that. Morning, Laura. Thank you for joining me. So, as you might have gathered, today it's actually going to be Animal Week. I've decided this week, so everything is all the cars will be animals this week, and we're going to start with the Zs. It's a bit back to front, isn't it? I could have done it in alphabetical order thinking about it, but there we go. So we're going to start with these fun Zany zebras. So as you can see, there's 3 zebras in the stamp set. Hi Baz. Oh, hi Carol. How lovely. You've got one on the right hand standing looking at the others. The other one with his front leg up, and then the other one kicking his heels out. And as you can see, the sentiments are wild about you. Happy birthday. Kick up your heels. It's time to celebrate, you party animal. And then we've got this little bit of ground here. Just really useful little stamp if you're not very good at sort of shading ground. Couple of stars and a little party hat. So that is the set. It's £18 and it does also feature in our beginners brochure. Basically because you only need 1 ink pad really for this stamp set, and you don't need to do any colouring in. You could colour in the little party hat. So I've brought both Memento Black and Basic Grey because I couldn't quite decide if I wanted black or grey for the zebras. So I'm going to do one of each and then we can decide which one we like best. Morning Monica, morning Molly. So let us get started. So it is a red rubber stamp set, and I've already mounted them up onto my blocks. I have to say thank you to Tara in my team because I lent this set to her to have a play with, and she very kindly put all the stickers on for me, all those labels. So thank you, Tara, did a very good job. So this is what we're using this morning, and the first one I'm going to do is just literally a line of the zebras as they appeared in the catalogue, which I've just shut. Hey-ho. So basically we're going to have this one on the right, this one in the middle, and then they're both watching this one kicking up his heels. So nice and straightforward, and this would be very typical of something that I would do at Coffee and Card. And normally on a Monday morning we would be there at Coffee and Card. So I'm going to start, I think I'm going to start with him on the left and then work to the right. So am I going to use, I think I'll use black for this one and then grey for the next card, and then you can decide which one you think is a better look. So I'm inking this up with Memento Black on my fingers. And actually what I'm going to do to help me keep that nice and straight is I'm going to grab, hi Jane, a piece of washi tape. It's out of focus again, isn't it? Hopefully it will come back in a second when it's got something to focus on. So I'm just going to put this as a line across, like so, and that will also hold it down onto my table. And then what I'm going to do is use the bottom of each of the stamps along the bottom or the top of the tape, so hopefully they're roughly in line. And I just put that down, didn't I? Morning, Anne. Let's wipe that off. Okay. So I will re-ink that. Oh, it really is struggling to focus, isn't it? Let me see if I can get it to focus a bit better. There we go. Right, so let's try this in Memento Black. And I am going to angle him so his legs are up in the air, like so. But I'm using the right hand end of the stamp in line with here, because they're all approximately the same distance, I reckon, off the bottom of the stamp. There he is, kicking his heels. Then we're going to have this one here with his foot up in the air. Now you don't need to colour these in. I am going to add a little bit of colour, I think, just with the blends pen. Now because these are different sizes, this is why I didn't start with this one right in the middle, because I knew that he was bigger. And then I'm hoping he will fit in. Ooh, just. So, let's see. Oh, it's a bit tight, isn't it? Let's go for that. There we go. Looks like he's whispering in his ear a little bit, doesn't it? So if I did this again, I would move him over a little bit more. Okay. So what I'm going to do is hop that off the bottom. Just very lightly lift it off. Like so. They are rather fun, aren't they? Oh, hi Phoebe. Phoebe, I suspect, would like zebras. So this is the little ground, which obviously you could do any colour. You could do green grass or whatever you wanted, but I'm just going to keep this all one set of colours, really, all monochrome even. And I'm just going to pop that on there. So this is quite effective if you're not very good at sort of scribbling a base underneath, like so. And then I'm just going to have a happy birthday across the top. So it's just going to be a fun little birthday card. like so. And obviously you could use any of the other messages. Wild About You. There we go. So a really quick and simple card. Perfect for coffee and card, because people could be stamping one and then passing the stamp around. Hopefully one day we will be back at coffee and card. And so what I can do is just add a little bit. Let's use the finer ends. This is light smoky slate, just to colour these in. So the ink was Memento Black, and I didn't want to use a black blends pen because it might have obliterated the markings. The markings are there really, so you don't have to do any colouring in if you don't want to. Thank you, Jen. They are rather cute, aren't they? So, as I say, if you didn't want to bother colouring these in, you really don't need to. You could give them little, I suppose you could give them little pink ears as well if you wanted to. But I'm just going over the markings that the Stampin' Up designer have put in for you. Obviously you could do these in fun rainbow colours as well, couldn't you? You could have different colours for them if you wanted. Like so, and then this one here, just going to turn this around so I don't get my inky fingers everywhere. So we're set to have a really hot week here. I think most of the UK is the same. I don't know what it's like for anybody else watching us. Not in the UK. So I'm just using the pen over there, but honestly, I don't think you need to. It just makes it stand out a little bit more. Hi Pauline. Hi Rebecca. Hi Jill. Oh, zebras are Phoebe's favourite. Oh, bless her. There we go. So those are the zebras. I think maybe I need to make a card for Phoebe with zebras then. But it's not Phoebe's birthday yet, is it? So let us mount those up. So I thought I'd just keep it nice and simple in black and white. So I think this would be suitable really for any occasion. I mean, obviously it's great for a children's card, but I think it would be a fun card for any age, to be honest. So I'm just going to mount that up onto black and then onto white. So this is standard Whisper White card. I am going to pop, I think, one of the zebras on the inside. I think the one kicking up his heels, whoops, would be good fun in that left hand side. Why not? And then I'll add one to the envelope as well. So if you want him kicking up his heels, make sure you're just putting his front legs firmly on the ground and his kicking up legs up high. Otherwise, I mean, you could have it like that, as if he was just sort of running along, cantering along, but I quite like it with him kicking up his heels. And I think then I'm going to put kick up your heels on the inside, like so. And that, if I'd left space there, that would have been better, wouldn't it, on the left hand side. But let's pop that on. There we go. So kick up your heels, and doesn't really matter. I've used a mixture of black and grey. So So this set is obviously in our new annual catalogue, which came out at the beginning of the month. It's also in our beginner's brochure, which came out at the same time. So if you know somebody who's a beginner crafter, there's some great little ideas and kits in there, including this one. And it has a complete set so that you can make your own cards. They put a suggested kit, if you like, together. So that's going to go onto there. So I'm just going to use my new seal. And it is really quiet. But I'm really pleased with it, I have to say. It lays a good amount on, if you can see that. So I'm going to put that onto the black layer. Obviously you could also add party hats to these if you wanted to. That'd be quite good fun. Party hat on each of those zebras. And that's going to go onto my white layer, like so. There we go. Make sure I've got it the right way round for my inside of my card, which I've already done. Giving that time to make sure I've got it in the right place. There we go. And finishing touch, let's pop the zebra on the envelope. How sweet is that? I think that would be rather good for any of my nephews, even the grown-up ones. Thank you for all the hearts, that's very sweet. I might put one on the front and one on the back. So here he is kicking up his heels again. There we go. And I'm just wondering if I can fit him on the back. Yes. I wouldn't fit all three, that's what I thought originally. That would be quite good fun for all three on the back, but I think he would do nicely on there. Go. There he is. So that actually is, although you can't see it particularly well, that's the grey ink and this is the black. So there's not a massive amount of difference, but that could be because my black ink isn't currently very black. So there's our first coffee and card today. Zany zebras. Rather cute. And there's his envelope. Okay, so the other thing I thought that would make a cute card would be to make it as a new baby card, for example, using the Stamparatus and the zebra going around in a circle form. So I hope that's in the right place for you to see. And I think I'm going to use the standing zebra for this one. Or perhaps the other one, perhaps the one with the foot up. This one here. Let me wipe it down. Yeah, because he's got a nice smiley face, hasn't he? Well, they all have smiley faces, actually. Let me move these out of the way so I've got some room. So, I've got a pink 6-inch card and a basic grey layer, which is a 5. I'm just going to have a look actually. Yes, 5 3/4 inches square, and then this white card is 5 1/2 inches square. So on the Stamparatus we have got these useful rulers on the side, so if you need to measure something you can just pop it up into the corner and read the measurements off the bottom. So all I'm going to do is pop this on here, and I'm just going to use this marking here because I'm not going to do, it's a bit too big to do too many round, otherwise they would just cross over each other. So what I was thinking is just doing one in each of the four centres. So because I'm just going to turn this round 90 degrees at a time, I just need one sort of index marker, so I'm going to use that one there so it fits in okay. Just put my magnet in the centre, and I'm just going to pop him or her right at the top. Now remember on the stamps that there is a gap between the edge of the image and the edge of the stamp. So I can put this quite high up. So it looks like the stamp is going off the top, but I think it will be just on the edge. Might help if I had it maybe a little bit more central. Okay, let's try that. I can always reposition it if it's not quite right. So I'm pushing the plate down, and I'll ink that up and see what it looks like. Okay, so I've just inked it up. So if you haven't seen the Stamparatus, this is our stamp positioning tool. It's perfect for getting really good images if you struggle with dexterity or anything, or you have any issues with your hands and pressure. What you can do is just position your stamp, ink it up and press it down a few times if you need to. Okay, and this will keep it in position, so you can see that's getting nice and dark. Now all I'm going to do is rotate this by one, like so. Just keep it roughly in line. Ink it up again. I've got a feeling this, you can just see it, can't you? And press it down. There's lots of other things you can do with this. So you could do step stamping and have a line of zebras equally spaced. So I am going to do this one twice now. I've done it twice for the first one, just to get that real definition of the zebra. Like so. Move it round again. So I probably think most of the people that are watching, oh hi Jill, all cold in Australia. Is that how you like it, Monica? Oh Baz, yes it is the Stampin' Up adhesive. Yeah, you can, can't you, Marita? Sorry. The little messages weren't scrolling up, so I wasn't ignoring everybody. I just thought you're all being very quiet for a Monday morning. Yes, he's rather cute. There we go. And then another one. Fly in the way. So you can see the difference between one level of stamping and then inking it up and re-inking and re-stamping rather. It's got more to do with my ink pads than anything else. Okay, so I was thinking this would be a nice card, as I say, for a new baby, and we do have a new baby in the family. So I was thinking of, yeah, if only I could hear you talking, that would be so nice, wouldn't it? I was thinking of just adding in maybe this little flower in stalk in between, so it looks a little bit bare. So let me know what you think. So I've got a choice of this one here, which I think is probably the best, because I think that's a little bit overpowering for the little zebra. I could add in flowers. Balloons would look quite nice too, wouldn't they? Hello, Maureen. But I think I'm going to go for that little flower, but I'm going to stamp it in petal pink. So although it's a leaf, it will look like more like a flower. Just to give it a little bit of interest. Heart would be nice too. If I could think of a stamp set that I've got that's got hearts in it. Okay, so let's find petal pink ink and give this a go. And I'm sorry, because I know this is well off the edge of that you can see. Yeah, that's cute. So I'm just going to turn this round. As I say, I'm just doing it in each of the 4 sides, so I'm not I don't need one of my templates. There we go. Well, if it's anything to go by for the rest of the week, it's hot already here. Blue skies. I missed a little bit there. But I'm very excited because my class in a box ladies, all of their orders are arriving today. So the decks are clear, waiting for those to arrive so I can prepare the class in a box to go out. There we go. There we are. So that softened it and made it look quite pretty, hopefully. Let me wipe that off. And a sentiment in the middle, I was thinking time to celebrate in there. Obviously I could have put more in there if I wanted to, but I like it nice and straightforward. Now I was thinking pink. Maybe I'll put it on a punch out a piece of card and a pink layer behind. Let me have a look to give it a little bit more interest. So I've got It's Time to Celebrate here, like so, and then I'll grab a punch and a piece of petal pink just to give it a little bit more interest in there. I could also put something in the corners. I wonder, I could put that in, but I just wondered if it's a bit too heavy. I think it is. Right, let's punch that out. I'm not quite sure what size. I've got 1 3/8 and 1 1/2. Let's have a look, see. that will work like there, and a 1.5 inch petal pink behind, just to bring that pink in. If I can find some. Stroke of luck would have it. Just wondering if that one, I think this is too small actually. Yes. It's 1 3/8. I thought it was slightly bigger. Oh, excellent, Moretta. A little bit of the tri-punch in the corners. Oh yes, that's also true. That would work nicely. Thank you. I might do that. Great idea. Let's punch this in the centre so that I can use that as a backing layer. Yep, there we go. And I'm going to take Moretta up on her suggestion. If I can see my punch. There it is. It's always in a different place because it doesn't match the others. So that's going to go in the centre, and then so this is the trio punch that Moretta was referring to. It has like a little ribbon slot here. There's 3 little leaves and then a corner rounder. So I'm going to pop it in here, and the secret of this is to get it nice and snug in the corner and punch in the centre. The temptation is to punch this end, but it punches the whole lot, so you really want to do it in the middle. And you can mix this with the corner rounder if you wish. Okay. Great idea, Moretta. Thank you. Because I wouldn't have thought of that. And that just adds, it just ties in with that leaf as well, doesn't it? There we go. Much more interesting. Thank you. Oh, it was Jen that said that. Sorry, Jen. Giving Moretta credit. It's because Moretta commented before. So thank you, Jen. It's nice when people can suggest things. So here we go. I've got a, this is actually Blushing Bride. Not petal pink, but it will work perfectly for my purpose. So I'm going to layer that onto there, layer that onto there, like so, and then pop that in the middle. So let's do this one first. So make sure my card is opening the way I want it to, and I have to stamp a cute zebra in the middle, won't I? Really? There we go. Just going to have these nice and flat, and then my Celebrate one will go up on some dimensionals. That's the word. There we go. Now, have I got a favourite way to have that? Not really. They should all be the same. Good. And then that in the centre. Perfect. I could put a little bit of that leaf on there. Where has the leaf gone? Have you got this stamp set then, Anne. Just going to put that pink in. Let's put this spare bit on there so I don't get it on my table and then get it on my card. Oops. Do nicely. There we are. Some dimensionals. I could also brush the edges if I wanted, but as it's on a pink layer, I'm not too worried. There we go. Now, I want a bit of wet glue for that, so I can position it. Poor Anne doesn't get a look in when her granddaughter, who's a very avid crafter, is around. There we go. Let's move this out of the way. Press that down. Like so. So it's sort of just touching each of those hooves. There we go. And let's pop one of those on the inside as well. It's got to be the same one really, hasn't it? I'm going to do that in the basic grey. There we are. I could put it on a white inner and then into there, but I'm happy with it just on the inside like that. So there we go. Fun baby arrival card, or a little one's birthday. Hello Brenda. Followed by, or preceded by, fun little zebras in a line with kick up your heels on the inside, and then the same one on the envelope, front and back. I'm hoping you can see that okay. Excellent. So that was today's session. Fun with the Zany zebras from the catalogue. Let me find you the page number if you've got a catalogue to hand and you want to look it up. It's page 104. It's in with the beginner stampers, Zany zebras. And guess what we're doing later in the week? Goats. Way to goat. So we're going to have fun with that one too. This one here, you can see they've actually done the zebra in the new pink Magenta Madness, and use some of the bits behind, and then put the party hat on. So there we go. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you like our Zany zebras. They're not too zany actually, they're quite straightforward today. Thank you Monica. Oh hi Verity, we're just rounding up I'm afraid. Thanks Jeanette. Thank you Baz. They are rather cute, that's for sure. So I appreciate you joining me this lovely Monday morning. I shall be back tomorrow, Tuesday at 3 PM with my next selection of animals for my Animal Week. Thank you so much, everybody. You take care, look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe, and do keep crafting. Thank you. Bye-bye.